Life is like riding a bicycle. To keep your balance, you must keep moving. Imagine yourself riding a bicycle on a long road with twists, steep slopes, and stretches of smooth pavement. If you stop, you will lose balance and fall. But if you keep moving, whether slowly or quickly, you will still be able to move forward. This is the essence of life, a journey of constant motion, where movement is the essential condition for maintaining stability. This statement is not just an interesting comparison, but also carries a profound truth. To maintain balance in life, we must always move forward. Stagnation does not just keep us stuck in place, it can drag us backward, making us lose motivation, direction, and even faith in ourselves. When facing difficulties, many people tend to stop, afraid and hesitant to take another step. But at that very moment, if we do not overcome our fear and keep moving forward, we will become trapped in a cycle of disappointment and stagnation. Successful people are not those who have never fallen, but those who, despite falling, still stand up and keep pedaling. Some have faced devastating failures, lost everything, but they did not stop or give up. Instead of letting obstacles hold them back, they found ways to adapt, learn, and rise again. Not only in work, but in every aspect of life, we also need constant movement. A relationship that is not nurtured will gradually fade. A skill that is not practiced will eventually deteriorate. A dream without concrete actions will forever remain just a dream. Everything in life follows this principle. If you do not move forward, you will fall behind. And to achieve balance, the only thing you can do is keep moving. Think back on your own life. How many times have you felt like stopping? How many times have you lost the motivation to continue? But then, did you realize that no matter how difficult things were, as long as you kept going, as long as you did not give up, everything would still turn out okay? Because life never stops to wait for anyone. If you stand still, you will be left behind. But if you keep going, even when the road ahead is uncertain, you will still have the chance to discover wonderful things ahead. So how do you maintain movement in life? It is not about throwing yourself into an endless cycle of work, but about setting clear goals, finding meaning in even the smallest actions, and continuously learning and improving yourself. Even when the path ahead is full of challenges, keep moving, even if just in small steps. Because as long as you are moving, you are still maintaining balance, and more importantly, you are still moving forward. Ask yourself, are you progressing every day, or are you standing still, letting worries and fears hold you back? Remember, life is not about standing still. It is about how you move and adapt to change. Do not fear failure. Do not fear difficulties. As long as you keep going, you will never fall. Try not to become a person of success, but rather try to become a person of value. Success, a concept glorified by society, celebrated, and turned into the ultimate goal that everyone desires to achieve. But is success truly the most important thing in life? Can a person have everything and still feel empty? And if we only chase success, are we missing out on something even more valuable? This statement is a powerful reminder that a person's worth is not measured by fame or social recognition, but by what they contribute and leave behind for the world. Success may come and go, but true value lasts forever. A person may be wealthy and famous, but if what they do benefits no one but themselves, is that truly worth pursuing? Today's society places excessive weight on the concept of success according to singular standards: money, status, and fame. From a young age, we are taught that we must excel in school to get a good job, earn a lot of money, and gain societal recognition. But how many people stop to ask themselves, do all these things truly make us happy? There are countless individuals who have reached the peak of their careers, only to find themselves feeling lonely and lost. They chase success blindly, without realizing that what they truly crave is not success itself, but meaning in life. Great entrepreneurs, brilliant scientists, and talented artists do not merely strive for success, they strive to create real value in the world. It is this pursuit that enables them to overcome every challenge and leave a lasting impact. Look at those who have changed the world. Mahatma Gandhi did not seek personal success. He dedicated his life to the ideals of peace and freedom. Marie Curie did not chase fame. She devoted her life to science, bringing discoveries that saved millions. Elon Musk does not just want to make money. He wants to revolutionize human life and conquer space. These individuals did not put success first. They focused on the value they could contribute to humanity. So how do you become a person of value? Start by asking yourself, what can I do to help others? Value is not measured by how much money you have in your bank account, but by what you do with that money. Value is not in the titles you earn, but in the positive impact you create in the world. A dedicated teacher may not be wealthy, but they are shaping the future of the next generation. A scientist working in a lab may not be famous, but they are silently changing lives. A father or mother may not be a world leader, but the values they instill in their family are priceless. Value is not determined by wealth or recognition, but by the impact you make on the lives of others. And when you become a person of value, success will naturally follow as a byproduct. Success is a destination, but value is a journey. When you live a meaningful life, when you contribute and create something good, you do not just succeed, you leave behind a legacy that cannot be erased. So what will you choose? Will you blindly chase success, or will you build real value and let success come to you? The answer lies in how you live each day. The most beautiful experience we can have is the mysterious. It is the fundamental emotion that stands at the cradle of true art and true science. Imagine a starry night when you look up at the sky and wonder, how many secrets does this vast universe still hide? In that very moment, when our minds are filled with awe and curiosity, we touch upon the most magical aspect of life, the mystery. It is not the things we already know, but rather the unknown that stirs the human soul most profoundly. Art, science, and even humanity's greatest advancements all originate from the desire to explore the unanswered. A painting may be breathtakingly beautiful, but what truly brings it to life is the way it evokes emotions and thoughts we have never experienced before. A piece of music may sound harmonious, but what makes it unforgettable is the invisible connection it creates with the listener's soul. Science may provide explanations for the world, but it is the unanswered questions that drive people to continue searching and creating. Look at the great scientists, artists, and philosophers throughout history. They were constantly drawn to the unknown. Newton did not simply accept that an apple falls. He asked, why does it fall? Leonardo da Vinci did not just paint masterpieces. He continuously questioned the human body and the mechanics of nature. It was their sense of wonder about the mysteries of the world that led them to discoveries that changed humanity. Yet strangely, as we grow older, we gradually lose this innate curiosity. We get caught up in the structures of life, obsessed with answers rather than questions. We fear the unknown instead of embracing it as a marvel. But think about it. What would the world be like without curiosity? There would be no paintings that explode with emotion, no music that moves us to tears, no inventions that revolutionize human life. Everything would simply be what we already know, a dull and monotonous world. So how do we maintain our sense of wonder for the mysterious? Learn to see the world through the eyes of a child. Be open to the unknown, question everything, and never stop exploring. When you read a book, don't just absorb the content. Ask yourself, what if the story had unfolded differently? When you listen to music, don't just enjoy the melody. Imagine what the composer was thinking when creating it. When you encounter something new, do not fear it. See it as an opportunity to learn and expand your world. Life is not about how many answers we have, but about how much curiosity we keep. The most beautiful things are not in what we already know, but in what remains a mystery, waiting for us to explore. And only when we keep that flame alive do we truly live a meaningful, inspiring life, one that constantly pushes the boundaries of our understanding. Information is not knowledge. The only source of knowledge is experience. In an era where information is everywhere, from social media to news outlets to search engines, we can access any fact within seconds. Yet, there is an undeniable truth that not everyone realizes. Information is merely scattered pieces, while real knowledge is a complete picture formed through real-life experience. We can read about how to drive a car, watch hundreds of tutorial videos, but if we have never sat in the driver's seat, gripped the steering wheel, felt the engine's vibrations, and reacted to unexpected situations, we still do not truly know how to drive. Knowledge does not reside in words on paper or screens. It exists in every moment of practice, in every failure, and in the lessons learned. People tend to confuse knowing something with truly understanding it. A person may memorize dozens of business books, but if they have never faced real customers, handled unpredictable situations, or made critical decisions in a volatile market, everything remains theoretical. We cannot become experts just by reading. We must step into the world, experiment, fail, and learn from our own experiences. History has proven that truly great individuals are not those who sit in a room passively absorbing information, but those who take action. The greatest inventions did not come from books alone, but from trial and error, from repeated failures without giving up. Great scientists, successful entrepreneurs, outstanding artists, they all share one thing in common. They do not just learn, they immerse themselves in reality, transforming information into lived experience to create real value. This applies to every aspect of life. Someone may read hundreds of articles about effective communication, but if they have never stood before an audience, felt the rhythm of words, adjusted their tone to match the listener's emotions, they remain a theoretician, not a skilled communicator. A person may master investment principles in theory, but if they have never experienced market fluctuations, dealt with financial losses, and developed their own strategy, they still only hold information, not real knowledge. We live in an age where information is often seen as treasure. Yet this very abundance has led many to mistakenly believe that simply acquiring more facts equals gaining knowledge. But if mere information could lead to success, then everyone who reads financial books would be billionaires. Everyone who watches fitness videos would have a perfect body, and everyone who studies leadership theories would be a great leader. The truth is, it does not work that way. Real knowledge comes only when we dare to step out of our comfort zones, dare to experiment, dare to fail, and dare to learn from our mistakes. So how do we turn information into knowledge? The answer lies in action. Learning is not just about receiving, it is about experiencing. Every lesson only becomes valuable when it is applied in real life, when we truly feel it and live through it. Do not let yourself be deceived by the illusion of knowing a lot, when in reality, you have not accomplished anything. Turn every piece of information you absorb into an actionable step. Ensure that the knowledge you acquire does not just remain on paper, but becomes part of you through experience. Because only when you have truly lived it, do you truly understand it. And only when you deeply understand it, that is real knowledge. Knowledge is not really found in carefully arranged words on paper or computer screens, but in every experience, every mistake, every drop of sweat shed when we plunge into reality. It is not just about receiving information, but about experimenting, facing failure, learning from difficulties, and constantly improving oneself. A person may read hundreds of books, memorize thousands of theories, but if they never apply that knowledge to reality, it all remains a meaningless puzzle, lacking connection and not providing real value. Great people are not those who simply gather information, but those who dare to step out of their comfort zone, dare to try, dare to fail, and dare to try again. Success does not come from knowing a lot, but from understanding deeply and applying correctly. Just like a person who can memorize all the rules of painting, but if they have never held a paintbrush, they will never create a true work of art. An entrepreneur may memorize all the business strategies, but if they have never been through negotiations, failures, and standing up after those failures, they are still just someone who understands business, but doesn't really know how to run it. Knowledge only truly has value when it is honed over time, through reality, and through situations that require adaptation. A person may understand courage through inspiring stories, but only when they face challenges, confront their fears, and overcome them. Will they truly understand what courage is? A person may know about perseverance through theoretical lessons, but only when they embark on a journey. Persevering through difficult days, will they truly feel the power of persistence? History has shown that the people who change the world are not the smartest, but those who never stop acting. Thomas Edison did not invent the light bulb simply by reading documents. He experimented thousands of times before achieving success. Steve Jobs did not make Apple the leading tech company just by studying trends, but by experimenting, accepting risks, and constantly innovating. Success is not about the amount of information we absorb, but how we turn that information into real value through action. But not only in technology or art, but in everyday life, this principle still holds. Parents who want to teach their children about compassion cannot just teach them through words, but must let them experience true acts of love. A person who wants to have good health cannot just read about a healthy diet without starting with healthy meals and daily exercise. Those who want to achieve success cannot just sit still. They need to get up, move, try, and continuously correct their mistakes. So what can we do? Don't just stop at learning. Step outside and practice. If you want to become a public speaker, don't just read about presentation skills. Stand up and speak in front of a crowd. If you want to be a writer, don't just read about how to write. Pick up a pen and start writing. If you want to succeed in any field, don't get stuck in the loop of collecting information without action. Knowledge doesn't really come from how much we know, but from how we use it to change ourselves and the world around us. There is no path without thorns, no success without challenges. But it is precisely these difficulties that help us grow and create value. Knowledge only truly becomes power when it is applied and transformed into practical actions. Ask yourself, are you accumulating information or truly learning? Are you applying what you know to create value? If the answer is no, then it's time to stop passively receiving and start actively experiencing. Because in the end, the real value of knowledge is not in how much we know, but in how it is applied to make a difference.